Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, as the French continuing our 1940 campaign against the US and the UK at the same time. Got a nice little battle here, should be interesting. We have larger destroyers than they do, but they have a light cruiser to back them up, with a lot of sub 5-inch guns. Alright, I think we're going to keep them together this time. Do have some moderate damage to a few of them. Gonna hold on to torpedoes. I'm bringing the formation in slightly. That'll be the light cruiser. I think we do want to use armor piercing for this. We want to sink it quickly. Destroyers are over here, so come around, cut off the bow. Okay, we're starting to get a few hits at 8 kilometers. She's deployed smoke. And torpedoes. Ooh. Love the previous battle damage. Pull the gear. Separate out, and she'll do a turn away to avoid. Ooh, that might have been too late. Oh, it was. That's unfortunate. Get her back in the lead. Sit at less than 5 kilometers. Decent chances for hits. 5 kilometers, we're penetrating almost 8 inches of armor. She keeps trying to cut in closer, seeing more torpedoes coming in. So we'll do an S turn to throw those off. It was really going to throw off our aim, but that's okay. There we go, we're getting past through hits. What kind of armor are we looking at? Main belt is 2 inches. A little bit more, 5. We're well situated then. Yeah, we're getting opportunities to get some decent penetrations. There we go, flooding hit. Yeah, I think it's about a 2-to-1 hit ratio between us, which is nice. This torpedo swerved on a gyroscope, so I'm gonna have to cut out just a little bit. Prevent running into it. Just doing a lot of maneuvering, making it difficult to get hits on her. There we go. Good penetrating hit up forward. Another good one, midships. Both with flooding. No need to press the advantage. It will bring us amidships. 2 more floodings. Looks like back aft. Flash fire. More floodings. She's slowing down too much. We're getting a good advantage in accuracy as she slows from shipping all that water. More floodings. This is what we were looking for. Excellent. Then we just have to turn and clean up the destroyers. Just switch to high explosive for that. Ooh. That is not nice. Didn't notice the Vulgar was... Oh, she's been spinning this whole time. Outstanding. Scare torpedoes ready. See if we can't at least get some range to open up between us. Last time to rescue her. She fired. It's actually a decent angle. Can at least 1/4 mile angles. And the range too. Flash flyer for us. We got the torpedoes in. Rapid flooding on Ambuscade. Or English destroyer. Ambuscade. Turn away. Surprisingly, despite the flash fire, did not get a lot of flooding. Try to spread out our torpedoes and fire. Although they're retargeting anyways. That's fine. Oh yeah. Not doing well. Trading fire with the bigger guns. forced to maneuver. Yeah, I was afraid we were going to lose full here. Being surrendered. It was another torpedo. Dud, but it was hit. It's more than I expect against destroyers. Especially 2,000 tonners. See this one now. Smalley will review target, Scout, and Scale. Looks like everybody has fired their torpedoes, so we'll turn those off. We don't need follow-up salvos. We accomplished our task with them. Ooh, flooding on Seraph in the engine room. It's 4-on-4 right now, but they have a lot more damage than we do. I believe they only have singles. They have duels, but they only have 2 of them. Highly elevated too. Stream 7. Yeah, and it looks like it's all the same class. Fourth one is out their ways. Nice conning tower damage. That'll keep us with an accuracy advantage. Looks like we've taken out their rear gun. Decent accuracy at this range and maneuver. Let's detach the small one. Should continue on. Tramontaine will take the lead and turn back around for these destroyers. Targeting them. Targeting the other one. Get you targeting the nymph. And that way we're spreading out our fire. Should continue to disrupt their accuracy, and we have the advantage. And we'll keep our accuracy higher as we're not confusing gunfire on our own ships more than we have to. With that level of flooding, I'm tempted to switch to AP. They also have a lot of crew losses so far. Flooding hit. Flooding hit. That'll do it. Alright, let's rejoin Somali. Ooh, we are very close. Oh, everyone switched to AP. Didn't mean for that. But if we're doing it, I'll have flooding damage. Crew losses are not very high, so yeah, we'll stick with trying to flood them out. Yeah, multiple floodings. I think they do not have very good bulkheads. Not the worst bulkheads, but they are flooding very quickly once they start. Bulkheads. We have triple bottom hulls. Let's focus fire. Making damage to the Mousy. Multiple floodings that may do the Mousy in. Looks like it. Alright, let's shift to the Nymph. All guns. Double flooding. All throughout the engine room and the aft portion of the ship. Exactly what we like to see. She's very vulnerable now. Multiple extra flooding. Rudder is damaged. Double flooding. Alright, rapid in the forward section. Oh, yeah, she's going down. Let's start our turn. One more cell. Oh, yeah, she's dead. Switching to the Seraph. It's a heavy spread. And then multi-torpedo each other. I'm gonna put on torpedo avoidance. Oh, what good it does. Oh, you're turning into it. Yeah, there was no avoiding that for the pure lure. Smalley did the right. We're clear. too close. And sinks to heavy flame. Perfect. I'd say that's pretty good results. Victory points say it's more marginal. Alright, back in the global map. Looks... that poor destroyer. If we can catch it, 37 knots versus 35 and a half. Might be a bit of a chase. Actually, our battleships can catch up to them. 2 of them. Alright, let's get the battleships. Actually, let's get the destroyers going first. Full speed ahead. You can just follow the group, since you're limited to 35 and a half. Mirabo is a 30 knotter. Indomitable is as well. If you're following that group, you will follow the cruiser. Come up to full speed. All high explosive or medium and higher. Lights will use less. Now let's see. Oh, not far. Might not need to cut. There they are. Fire our salvo and do our turn to avoid those torpedoes. This is the one that fought. The elevated dual turrets. Position, we can just tell them to follow the destroyers, then follow them, then follow them, then follow them. Perfect. Destroyers have the lead. Nice. Couple pass-through hits for big damage. Destroyed one of the torpedo launchers. Oh, flooding nasty. For us. Rudder damage for them. Big hit, 14-inch shell half penetration. Yeah, she's done. It's just a matter of time. Fly. What's she looking like? Not good. That's what she's looking like. Another 14-inch shell finishes her off with 100,000 damage. And continue on. Cruise saved, and we are at February proper. 4 submarines trying to take out a heavy cruiser by itself. Light damage to the cruiser. Off of Ireland, we found a light cruiser. Manages to sink one of our subs. And then sub on sub in the Caribbean. Heavy damage to one of ours. Naval invasion wise, we have a 50-50 in the southeastern seaboard. Gibraltar is all but guaranteed in 3 months. Guatemala has a better than fair chance. Should I attempt? I know we've got these guys moving through, but I think I'll move up to support because we just got 2 months to finish Guatemala, and we can assure 100% chance of victory. Although the army's doing a good job against them as well. Better than the army elsewhere. Well, they're making some progress. Politics wise, try to stave off being at war with everybody for the moment. We have about 60,000 tons available to us. Which is enough for one of the battle cruisers to resume. Which means we are building 62 ships. Alright then, we'll roll straight into the next month. And we get our port attack in the Mediterranean. And a clash of fleets. There's a decent sized battle between cruisers. These are big gunned heavy cruisers. Jules Michelet class light cruisers. With the side guns and the triples. 5.5-inch. Okay. We're facing the typical British light cruisers. Couple of their destroyers, which those are the ones we've been fighting. And the heavy cruisers with a ton of torpedoes. This ought to be interesting. The question is how to utilize our ships. Do we keep them in 2 groups of 3 or a true battle line? Or 3 groups of 2? Let's keep them together. It'll be easier to control this way. And we'll form a battle line. Save the torpedoes for now. Actually, they'll be disruptive. We'll let them fire if they think they have a good chance. Light cruisers will focus on HE. APHE for the heavy cruisers. that decent penetrator rounds. Maybe that's what I do. Main batteries will be AP, secondaries will be HE. We are sitting at quite far. Now we're separating into two groups of heavy cruisers. Let's go back. 30 kilometers, give or take. Environmentals are good. Let's get arranged. Engage off the port side just in time. Spread out the fire. I hope we get some lucky hits early on. We'll stay without a grade for the clear air. Kilometers and closing, getting accuracy quite quickly. I am thinking we want to get within 15 kilometers. Start making our nice gentle turn. There we go. First hit, main deck, pass through hit. Belts, but it causing flooding. Fade away a little bit. Main belt penetration on one. Excellent. This is what we wanted. Nice, good hits at range. Got a lot of torpedoes. Pretty sure we have the superior gunnery based on what we've seen on the previous fights. Looks like they're fading back a little bit, so we'll come back around. About time to get another hit. Another main belt, some over penetrations. Flooding results. Flash fire. Did not spread. Alright, we're closing again, 17.5 kilometers. Nice torpedo detonation. More flooding. Only one of them seems to be taking it to the flooding. Closing in on 15 kilometers. We're certainly racking up the damage up to 12,000. Like they're running around away from us. Of their fleet. They still haven't managed to get a hit. Fine. Outside of there. We are. They have a range of 10 kilometers on the guns, 15 for the torpedoes. Okay then, we're going to come left. See, closing 14 kilometers, see if we can entice them into expending their torpedoes. 17 kilometers already. Those are definitely heavy cruisers. And we're now identifying them. Devonshire, Berwick. We're going to do 2 to 1 for each of them. Looks like the Argonaut is the one who had the flash fire. It'll appear to be the same. Very fair. Yeah, that's right, we've seen these before. And very short ranged. What is the AG profile for Sure. Shift the AG, see how it goes. Auto for the secondaries. That way they can open up with armor piercing at a longer range. And down to 14 kilometers. That's what I was looking for. No sighting of those contacts we have on radar off to starboard. We're down to 12 kilometers. Surprised we haven't seen any torpedoes yet. Penetrating it with HE. Should be able to start opening up here shortly. There we go, flooding hit on Devonshire. 5-inch has started. So quite a lot of fire from the light. We go back. We have so many turrets. Such a high rate of fire. Looking for a bad day for Devonshire. Torpedoes at last. We were expecting them. Turn away, reverse direction, and maintain a broadside. Especially as those destroyers get closer. special light cruisers do their work. Some of the destroyers are getting chewed up. And the light cruisers are taking some damage, probably from the initial salvos. Significant, that might be, geez, 11,000 tons. Shooting ship quite a lot of water. Fire. I agree, that is pretty extensive. Argonauts. Not too worried about these torpedoes. Cutting closer if we have to. Close for what? Yeah, I think our current turn will probably put us behind them. Wow, we just need to take out that and it's a turkey shoot. There we go. Now that we have evaded all torpedoes, heading for away from the enemy fleet. That is a lot of gunfire. Not as many hits as I would like, though. We are down to under 10 kilometers. And it's still closing. Risky. This destroyer is under 7. We're going to go ahead and rush over the ships. torpedo detonations. See a series of flooding. The Horseman is down. There's the threatening destroyer. There goes Starfish. How are the various calibers doing? Yeah, those 5-inch are doing a lot. See, we were sitting at under 8 kilometers. We managed to get some hits at last. Caledon is starting to see some chinks in their armor. More flooding back aft. More flooding back in. Yeah. As soon as they found her, they tore her. Extensive fire. Looks like Durban might be the next one. Maybe Sheffield and together. Hard to tell who is the Sheffield. Torpedoes. Must be electrics. They got close. And it's kind of slow. We'll do the swerve. Rudder amidships, please. We're getting quite close. Do they use electrics? These are fast. It was one of the other ones. They're not all the same. Yeah, Tartar has electrics. There we go, there's a flash fire. Extensive fire, I think. Now we can see if we can find these other guys. No idea how far they are. So I will put in the cut, or not. Found them immediately. Spread out the fire. You certainly have the gunnery superiority. Just go down the list. We'll wait till we get some regular hits. Okay, yeah, we have some decent accuracy already. Ooh, shifting weather? No, not really. I see some haze, but not really reflected. Yeah, accuracy is starting to drop. Ooh, not that that seems to matter. Hurricane head is down. Boy, that's something brilliant, man. Torpedo detonation, excellent. Completely focus on and seek to shock. Or not Birkenhead, the Brilliant. Oh, torpedoes. Those look like those might be electrics as well. I'm gonna detach the Algery. Left 5 degrees rudder. Battle line much harder. Indeed, 10 degrees. Let's see how that works. So I'm guessing these are electrics and they're slow. Alright, we're clear. Reattach to the Algery. I don't think we need the torpedoes. And Algery can go midships. the level of gunfire we're accomplishing right now should do all that explosive. Seek that extensive fire. Is everybody okay? Oh, they're all wiggling out. Back to brilliant. People shift targets? No, they're just messing. Saw that torpedo launch even. So we'll go nose ahead. That should throw it off enough to miss altogether. We are down to 7 kilometers. Come back to an oblique to expose the rear turrets. Okay, the rear guys are not firing because they're out of range. We'll leave them on operators anyway. And I'm supposed to look for the headlights. Excellent hits on the phone. Quite a lot of fire. Come on. I'm gonna take her out shortly. Yep, extensive fire. That means we can refocus entirely on the brilliant. There's the 10-inch. Target is at 10 kilometers. Do we do armor piercing? Sure, we've seen how the others with high explosive do armor piercing for the portals. The Swiss porpoise, because it will be full of holes. There's a good hit. Half steering, flooding. Carbon 3 flooding. Slow for both. Okay, here we have 8 and 9. We have the engine room. Forward engine room. Flooding, starting that up. There we go, after engine room. Gotta collect them all. There it is. That's enough to cause rapid flood of the rear compartments. Starting to spill over into the engine room. Flooding down the front compartments. Just needs to spill over into the forward engine room. And there it is. Is there more? There is more enemy. Thought we took out everything. It's pretty far away though, so I'll do the cut. Looks like we found our wayward light cruisers late to the party. Rapidly closing. There we go, first hit. We're down to 10 kilometers. We'll come and sit at the broadside. They are angled slightly away. Although I think for this one we'll stay with the Algeria. And spread out the fire since we're using armor piercing this time. time reasons, we'll keep it going really fast, especially as this seems to be more shooting fish in a barrel. Not roundup. Cleanup. Yeah, we're in cleanup operations at this point. Flash fire on the crown colony. Lost both after turrets. She fades back. Looks like they're trying to open up, so we'll close in. Seeing a lot of funny results. Torpedo detonation. There's torpedoes. How are they actually doing? Phoenix is starting to accumulate a lot more. That already had once more. Blake is flooding in the rear areas of the shed. Broadside, we're down to 5 kilometers. Light cruisers and then cut across the rear of the enemy formation. A lot of pass-through hits. But also lots of flare. I was about to say, if I'm going because I have much longer. Cut across again. Flash fire on the lake. Yes. I don't see where though. Maybe one of the secondaries. Flooding on Phoenix, starting to add up. And Blake goes down to seeding. Just Phoenix. Focus on the remainder. See structural damage. Physically taking damage. Good gravy. And she is done. And with that, we will be at the end of the cruiser turkey shoot. Yeah, that is staggering. We stayed at range, we made good use of our guns and closed in appropriate. So that worked out very well. Devastating victory for us. But with that, we are way over time. So I thank you for joining me. Appreciate you staying to the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.